Alright, so this is officially like the 27th time I've tried to make this video. I'm gonna call this one Alley Chat because we're chatting in the alley about to get hit by a Jeep. So feminism and why it makes no sense. One of the reasons why I've made this 7 times is because every time it was way too long. Okay, first of all, I believe that I think I got my points right. First off, I believe that yes, I believe that like different cultures and some now, I believe that women were fucked with for many years, and I think the masculine energy kind of took over too much, and that it took advantage, and I think that women were sexually, physically, lovingly not taken care of. But what I tend to see, and something my friend told me a while back, which actually is not to me a legitimate logical argument, is he said, well, you got to understand people are angry. And I don't think that makes sense, because it doesn't make sense to be angry and then do some stupid angry shit back. Because what's the saying? Something about an eye for an eye only makes the whole world blind. And that's what I think happened. I think that women got so angry that now they're retaliating, and therefore it's causing another set of unfortunate events to come about. And so the masculine energy took over that, and then there was a lot of where's my dinner bitch stuff and a lot of abuse, and I that's horrible. But now I think men are actually women are reciprocating or doing that back to men, and I think that's what we're experiencing now in this energy in the age of Aquarius, which is the feminine energy. And I think that it's going to flip-flop on its end, and men are going to start to see what it feels like. Oh, well, good for you guys. Now you finally, live in our shoes. Yeah, that's still once again doesn't fix the problem. So we get all these feminists, ultra feminists, whatever you want to call them. It really doesn't matter to me. But coming out, and I'm gonna be honest, and this is gonna hurt, as it hurts to say, but I think these ultra feminists are actually over deserving and ungrateful women, because I feel like after all that's been given to women, and with such high power that they have, I still can't believe there are people bitching and moaning about wanting more and wanting more. That's almost like a child that says, mommy, 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 mommy. Mommy's like pulling on their pant leg in the store. Like, can I get that piece of gum? The answer was no the first time. Can you stop asking? And so let's first lay down some firm facts here that make no sense of why feminism should be around. Okay, so women have no rights. Okay, cool. They have all the rights in marriage, and men lose everything in marriage: children, money, property, their livelihoods, and schooling. Most women are in schooling. Most women are the ones going to colleges. The corporate world, or the corporate agenda, consumerism, is all ran by women. They spend the most money. That's sexist. No, it's true. You can look across the board at scales and kind of see how that's going. Relationships, well, if you know a relationship where the man is really leading, then you tell me, because I don't really see it often. Television, the health industry, I don't know how much further I need to go. I see it everywhere. And let's talk about men and in this day and age how they're treated. So once again, we already talked about marriage. Men lose. There's this group out now called Men Going Their Own Way, Mgtow, and it's basically a group of men that are coming to say, you know what, we don't get this anymore, and it's when we go and when we're getting married and stuff like that, we're losing the battle in marriage. So a lot of them are just choosing to opt out and not do it regardless. And so that's what's happening there. Sorry, I got distracted. And not to mention, this just came up just because I just saw it. Most of the homeless are men. Depression is super high in men nowadays. Suicide rates are very huge, and especially among veterans. And a lot of men are out of jobs. It's not making a whole lot of sense. And this whole thing about being and feeling, come on, the word, feeling, I don't know, I can't think of it, doesn't matter, but it's like this whole feeling of, I deserve the world, I deserve everything. It's good, but it's coming into this situation where it's impossible to please a lot of these women in our relationships, because they keep asking. We keep jumping through hoops. My friend, he said to me, that's why I'm gay. He said, women, and I never heard this phrase before, but it's pretty good. Not across the board, okay, but a lot of them, they play Tetris. It's a Tetris game, and it makes no sense because they have you jump through hoops, but then they say that's the wrong hoop. Men are very direct, and women are not direct. Men will say, let's go here. Women will say, let's go here, but they actually don't want to go there. And once again, if this is something you want to argue about, let's go to the saying of, there's a video about it I watched the other day that the guy said, what do you want to eat for dinner? I don't know. Okay, let's go to Five Guys. No. Okay, let's have tacos. No. Or she says, I don't care. So he lists off a million things and she doesn't want any of them. Okay, the other example is, the other quote is, when a woman tells you to do whatever you want, don't do whatever you want. So there's that Tetris game of we constantly are trying to fit hexagonal blocks into circle holes. And so a lot of men are deciding to go their own way because they don't, it's almost mind-boggling to fit into that category of perfect, because nobody is. And my dad used to tell me, sexist or not, he used to say, Trevor, don't try to figure women out, because like Spock said from Star Trek, there are massive conflicting impulses and you will not be able to figure it out. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense there, Pops. And talking about one-sided, fuck my words today, man, I don't got them. Talking about one-sided advantages. So let's just talk about this real quick. I want to make this 10 minutes, come on. Let's talk about from the get-go. Women and men are born very differently. This is going to hurt, but a lot of women are coddled from the get-go. Babies and young girls, beautiful as they are from the get-go looked at as princesses with the white light of God. And men are looked at as the devil, bad kids, ADHD, and the dick of the dark devil. And so life starts out like that, and we are raised like that through schooling and through religion and through everything. That that's what's taught. And women being coddled, it's good for them and it's bad for us, because women from a young age are always taken care of. And for instance, in my own life, when I was young, my father had a problem with me from the get-go, and it was always kind of like figure it out. Don't have emotions, don't have feelings, just figure it out. Work. Ain't gonna work. So from a young age, I smoked weed when I was younger. So my dad took me to the police, and then he kicked me out right after high school very quickly, and said, figure it out. And my dad was an ultra Christian. That's why I don't think premarital sex is bad or having kids at a young age, but since he was a Christian, that's why this story makes sense. And my sisters from a young age had kids, and beautiful kids, but instead of kicking them out like he did with me, he was like, oh, we'll help you, we'll give you money, you can live here, we'll help you take care of the kids, we'll help you with all these different things. And when my dad kicked me out, he never even asked me, do you need help? How are you living? Like, did you figure out how this shit's working out? No, not really, Dad. It would have been nice if you asked. Oh, Trevor and his daddy problems. And so that's how it continues for a lot of women, because men are so crazy. And I never liked that style of, they're like dogs, like just hounding after women. They give them their money, they give them everything. So a lot of times, a lot of women don't even need to work, they don't even need to purchase vehicles, they don't even need to do a lot of things, because men are often there to be like, oh, here's this, here's that, here's this, here's that. And I'm not saying everybody, because I know people are going to come out here, not every girl. Yeah, duh, not every girl. But a lot of the times. Okay, I guess we're going 11 minutes. So, and that continues to this point where, entitlement, that's the word I've been looking for. It's this entitlement that says, it's not enough, give me more, give me more, give me more. And now men are going their own ways, and they're opting out of marriage, and they're doing their own things, because it's not making much sense to go with this manipulative, like, egomaniacal culture of feminist women that are just still asking for more, when it makes no sense, because men are clearly the underdogs. I mean, I see this all the time, and it makes no sense at all. And the other thing to end with is, we've got this extreme culture of workout-aholics, and all these people that are just working out, and I think it's all for sex. People can argue that it's for my health. Okay, that's fine. But so we got all these people that want to look sexy, and that's like their main goal. Really not much else, but just look sexy. Why? Because that's what sells, and you'll get more, and you'll get more jobs. And this is across the board. I know it, because I talk to managers, I talk to owners, I talk to owners. I mean, I talk to fucking general managers, I talk to warehouse owners, general managers, and this is across the board. So the sexier you are, the more you get. So all these women are working out, and they're looking like models, but they're still gonna tell you, but don't look at me. They walk outside with their boobs out and do all these sexual things, but don't look at me. Oh man, he wants to rape me. And it's like, not all men are running around trying to put their finger in your butt. You know what I mean? I just looked at you. It's like, there's the whole thing about that funny thing on Facebook where it's always talking about, I have a boyfriend. Okay, I didn't ask you that. I'm not trying to get in your little maybe shaved spot there. It's like, whatever. I just want to say hello. What the fuck? And so we're deemed as this evil thing, and it's getting worse, and it's getting worse, and it's getting worse, and it's getting worse. And feminism, where did that come from? Like, I don't understand what you're asking. Like, what more do you want? What is your fucking problem? Because men like me that are good and that are nice and that are kind are finding it very strange that we live in a world where you still want to come up to me and tell me how much of a bad person I am. The Tetris, I want to look sexy and I want to bleed sex, but I don't like sex, and I don't know how to do sex, and Lord forbid you ask for sex. So men are bled dry, and it makes no sense. You don't have an argument. Okay, bye.